bitch go.
Man, it's like that was one of the hardest times in my life, but at the same time, I look back on it now as like one of the most important parts of my life, and like I'm so happy that it happened because basically I was in my third season. I was struggling to find a job. I found a job in the middle of the year, in the middle of the season, so it was like January, February, and I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I stepped on top of somebody's foot, and like I knew immediately it was bad. So I broke my foot, and I just remember being like, I can't believe this shit is happening right now. It took me so long just to find a job, and I felt like I was kind of starting my jumping point where I was gonna take off. And then I broke my foot, and I was gonna be out for an extended period of time. Then like a week later, COVID started. I'm sure we can all relate what our headspace was at that time, depending on where we were in the world. Like we didn't know what was gonna happen. And so being alone overseas, you're not familiar with the people, the situation. Everybody was like cutting and running, like going home. And because of my injury, we decided it was best that I needed to stay for my recovery. Obviously, like at the time, I didn't know like if it would be safe to even fly with COVID. So I was basically stuck in a boot, isolated from like everyone. I was living in a hotel for like 3 months. It was just me, like one chef and 1 or 2 workers that worked at the hotel. They would come open it up and they would work, you know, during the day, and one person would work at night. You know, shout out to the team that was taking care of me. They were so gracious in accepting me, basically taking care of me and making sure I was gonna be good. And I remember like I was on the phone with my family each and every day trying to figure out like when am I gonna get a flight home? Because when I was able to fly, the flights were shut down. So I was calling Turkish Airlines every single day for like a month and a half straight, like trying to figure out when the flights will even be available. And then one day at the end of June, they were. We got the flight and I got home, and it was just like the craziest story. But during that period, I learned a lot about myself. It actually kind of put me in the space of maybe I need to like look into this music shit more. I didn't have an excuse for like, oh, I don't have the time to make it. And that was the start of my first project, Distance. And so I created that whole project in a hotel in Sarajevo.